Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the Risoux Forest. I mean, the tractors themselves were good, but because I don't do very much in the way of the vines, they probably wouldn't be very useful to me personally. But, well, who knows? Maybe that would change. Maybe that would change as time went on. And maybe I want to start doing some more stuff with the vineyards and so on. In which case, the Kubota pack would probably be quite useful. But anyway, the Kubota pack. Sorry, I'm getting the packs confused now, aren't I? Kubota, that had quite a few different things in it, didn't it? The one I'm thinking of is the. Well, it's not Alice Chalmers, I know that much. Anna Berger, Armour Track, Antonio. That one. It was this pack. This is the one that I was meaning. That's the pack that I probably wouldn't get because of the vineyard stuff. The Kubota pack that added in the passengers. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, Kubota. Here, that had tractors, front loaders, those. Didn't have anything extra in it, did it? Is it possible to see? Hang on a minute. Click on that one there. It tells you your mods, and you've got your packs here that you can look at. So we've got the CLAAS Xerian Saddle Track pack, which I haven't used yet. We'll use that in this series, I think. We'll see if we can bring that one out. Vermeer pack here. Beautiful, gorgeous pack. Kubota. Series of tractors. And we went up to a 200 horsepower tractor on there. We got a smaller loader there. And then we got two Bobcat type skid steer machines. And then we got these two as well. And that adds the passenger thing. The passenger thing alone, although it's adding something new into the game, is not enough to entice me into buying the pack. That much I can say. That is, although it's a new mechanic, it's not one that would entice me because I'm an antisocial player. So we'll be looking at whether or not I think those tractors would be worth it. And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It would sort of depend on how much I was playing, I guess, and whether or not I felt that they had a place on a new playthrough that I wanted or something like that. And without being in a situation where I'm looking at them and trying to weigh up the pros and cons, I honestly can't say. So the Kubota pack is definitely not worth paying for me for the passenger bit. The passenger bit is not something that I would be enticed with. If that comes out as just a standalone mod so that you can add passengers into any of the vehicles, I wouldn't even add the mod to my game. So it really isn't something for me. It's not something for my preferred style of gameplay, and it's not something that I would want to add in. Right, well, that's that bit done there. Let me just skip over to EU, and you're finished up here. Let's just make sure that he has actually... We've missed a bit up there. Alright, well, we'll whiz around and we'll go and get that bit, and then we'll head over to the little field, and we'll do that one. And that is silage done. So, next on the list, now that we've done silage, there isn't really a lot of next on the list. We do need to pay closer attention to what the cows are doing and how much food they've got, because I let them go hungry, and that is unacceptable behaviour. So, I'm just going to fill that bit out right there, and we'll rush back. So, we've got a bit of work to do on the block of flats. Really a lot else that we want to do there. We kind of want to start working on the industrial area some more, and which is not going to be more of the same industrial stuff that we've been doing. Now we're going to start working on some additional industrial stuff. So we'll just get like some of the rented industrial units and put down. A couple of those and we'll put in. And so we'll have to start building out from wherever we're going. Ooh, you know. Came down here to go and spread fertilizer on the other little field and then completely forgot about it. Did any of you actually remember when I came in here and I parked up? I'm sure some of you did. Alright, let's head out this way. And up this way. Round and over we go. And boom. Right. Let's get a bit of fertilizer spread on this field, shall we? And then once we've done that, then we can go and take the spreader off and park it in the shed. And, you know, all of the things that we just attempted to go and do before we'd done this job here. And bring that around there. Around the corner. And again. And then we go up this way. And then we spin around that way. And boom! Job done! Right. Okay, so now I can take this one back and I can unhitch and we can leave it. Because we've been doing all the silage today, I'm not going to carry on doing more stuff for the rest of the day. We will skip so that we can move the seasons forward a bit. We're going to go and do a little bit of tree work next, I think, because I want to get some of those taken down. So we'll go and do... I'll try and keep an eye on the time. I'll try and limit it to a maximum of 10 to 15 minutes of tree work. So I'm just going to be using the chainsaw to chop stuff down. We're not going to bother with... Actually, let's just double check and see how much we've got, because I don't want to have too much there. I don't want to be running out. These here, we've still got plenty of wood in all of these. I don't know if it's beneficial. Some people were telling me that if you've got both of them running, they essentially just slow down. So I don't know if you get additional cycles per month when you're running both of them or not. I have no idea. The grass dryer over here is empty, but I'm going to leave that one on just because. The grass silage in here, this is busy fermenting right now. So we've got 353,000 in there already, and we got a whole load more to ferment. This is because we forgot to empty it last time. And then we've got this one. So planks are full for distributing out. We've got some wood chips there that we'll be able to spawn in, load up and sell. I'm not going to bother doing that here. These wood chips are just auto-selling. But that one's got almost 400,000 litres of wood in there, and it's going to take a while before that is used up. So we really don't need to worry about that, which means that we don't need to worry about actually cutting down trees and ferrying them away. We can just leave it as is. Right, and shut you off. Go over this way. So we've got 93,804, and it's lunchtime today. I'm going to skip the night now. And it is October. The leaves are turning to different shades. Pumpkins will no doubt be being placed in certain places. And we've got 95,000 now, so the money has gone up a little bit. We've gained a few extra pennies. And I'm going to... I don't need to run at all. Oh, actually, let's go up this way and check on the cattle. And I suppose I could bring the case tractor up here, but we want to go and have a look at these. Now, we haven't done a season change, so we're not needing to buy any more animals, but we do want to just make sure and see what we've got in the way of food. So food, I've got 12,000 out of 33,000 available, and health is going up. Slurry, we've got 56,250 out of 56,250. So I need a new slurry tank. I should have used slurry this time on the fields. We'll be doing that soon, but we need to build a slurry tank. So the arable field's going to have to wait. We've got things that we have to do. So let me go to this one. And we'll take this one on round and get some hay and put that in for the cattle. The one thing I don't like about the cattle is it doesn't seem like we can fill them up for very long. It seems like we're more limited on the amount of food we can leave in for them. Just 12,000 left. That wouldn't last for a day, not even close. I'm going to take everything I can out of this one. come over here like this and just start filling up. And let me have a look in here and see what we've got. We've got 300,000 in there. So I'm going to fill this trailer up completely. And while that is filling, we're going to go in here and construction. And then we're going to go to silos. It is silos that we want to go to. So that's the basic liquid manure tank right there, which is an additional 500,000 litres of storage space, which would be really good. I think that would be a really good addition for us to have. But I'm thinking I'm going to go with a mod this time. There is one in particular that I would like to try. I can't remember how much space it comes with. It's one that's buried into the ground, so you haven't got very much. You've got that one there. That's the Slurry Trader, that one is. I don't want that one. It's a shame you can't. There isn't a search function on this. If there was a search function, it would make life so much easier, wouldn't it? Now, that one there, it is a very oddly specific number. 5,687,000. That is... yeah, that's odd. Like, normally, they're 5 million or 10 million, but that seems oddly specific. Now, I don't know if that's just random hit the keyboard, or if that's either a face roll, or that those numbers are significant to the person that's made it. There's no way to tell. So we got this one here, which is an underground tank. That's 2 million litres of storage space. We've got a mega... ooh. Okay, that looks pretty cool, actually. I like the look at this. It's got... let's flip. It's got unloading stations, loading stations. I like that. That does look pretty cool. Maybe we could put that in somewhere. I don't know. We'll think about that. I'm getting sidetracked. We've got a hayloft there. We don't want that one. So there's the one underground slurry store that I've already gone past. No, we don't want a rustic silo. See, these here, these are manure heaps for extra manure, but because we're not putting straw bedding in for them yet, it really doesn't make any difference. Oh, actually, we need to put one of those in somewhere. We'll have a look at the manure heaps in a minute. I'll find... this is the one right here. Right. It's these. I don't know what the difference is between the two of them. I think it's purely the color of the concrete. So you got that one right there. And... yeah, I think it's just the color of the concrete. So that one there with the lid off. That one there also with the lid off. So it is just the color of the concrete. And I prefer this one, actually. The slightly older looking appearance of the color of the concrete. We've got some small slurry tanks right here. See that slurry tank right there? I wouldn't recommend falling into something like that. Just putting it out there. Yeah. We don't need to go into it. No, we absolutely do not need to go into it. That is a story that doesn't really need to be told. You already know what happened. Let's just go there and drop that one down. Alright. So I got what I wanted there. I'm going to reverse out of here, and... it was a long time ago, alright? It was a long time ago, and I slipped, and in I went. And there's all there is to it. There's no real amazing story. It wasn't like that. It was on the side of... it was basically... alright, alright, alright. Fine. Fine. So... the yard that we had where we used to clean out, you had kind of a yard, it's a bit like this, but it was concrete covered, and we'd go in there every day and scrape out everything in there with a load-all. And you scrape it all up, plus any bits of straw and so on that could go in. So what you scraped off of the ground there was kind of liquid slurry. And then we'd also scrape along the front of the bedding, and that bit... had like a lot of straw, manure and stuff like that in it. And is it seeming to jump a bit with the light? I don't know, the light. I don't want that. Let me just jump this forward a bit. Maybe we can make things a bit brighter here, a bit later in the day. Seems a bit flickery. Yeah, that's better. Let's go with that. Right. Still flickery, isn't it? It's not great. I'm going to go with a fixed visual month of June, and I'm going to leave that one in place until we get back round to about March or something like that. That is bright and shiny. All right. Well, at least it's not flickering anymore. So, anyway, we had the sort of slurry pit was like off the side of something like this here. That was trippy, man. That moving at the same time as we come down the slope was very trippy, dude. Yeah, so we had it kind of up against the bank like this, and what we do is that the bulkier stuff, we tipped it in a wall, sort of you come out like that and along here, and then the liquid runnier stuff you'd tip into the middle. So not an ideal slurry pit, really. It was just kind of one that we built out of manure and slurry, and then if you left it there after the winter, so long as you could stop the slurry from running away, which was always a little bit of a constant battle, but once that the cattle went out, this would all kind of set, and then by late spring, early summer, it was set enough. Then you just scoop it up, load it into the trailers, and you take it out into the fields, where it would be left in a line down the side of the field, and it would be composted. But you had a machine that would go through and turn it all over to aerate it and actually compost the stuff. So that's what we did with it. And yeah, I was up here for reasons that I can't remember. I genuinely can't. All I know is that I was distracted and did that. And yeah, I got to swim in the slurry. It wasn't as deep as I thought it would be, but it was more than waist deep. It was more than waist height, and it was also in the middle of winter, and it was very cold. And I remember being vaguely surprised that slurry wasn't warm, because, you know, it comes out of the cows. Although, by the time it had been over there, it had been there for several weeks, so it had had time to cool down. I was a bit disappointed with that, because I felt that if at least it had been fresh, it would have been a lot warmer. So there you are, there's the little adventure. You forced it out of me. And yeah, I know if I hadn't said it, I would have had nothing but complaints down below, so you still made me do it, even though technically you didn't make me do it. This time you still made me do it, and I had blissfully forgotten all about that until you reminded me when we were talking. So it's all your fault. Right then. Well, that doesn't seem right. Slurry says 56,250 right there. Out of 56,250. That doesn't seem right. We've put this one in now. This silo is empty. Total capacity 1 million. I thought it was 500,000. Have I already put one in and forgotten about it? That wouldn't surprise me. It's got a open and a deposit type situation going on. No, we haven't put another one in at all, have we? It's just that one, it's marked at 500,000, but it gives us 1 million. But peculiarly, they don't seem to be linked together. Oh, there is a way to find out. Look, all we have to do is if I speed time up a little bit and we'll jump forward, we will see if a little bit of slurry is produced in the main thing. We need to keep an eye on the others. So there's obviously no milk and no straw going in, but food is being used. Oh. Slurry's not going in the tank. Why not? I thought they linked together. I thought it was... Ooh, wait. No. Wait, maybe I bought the wrong thing. Because we've got silos, and then you've got silo extension right here. So maybe I need a silo. I need a silo extension. Increases the storage capacity for your liquid manure tank. Must be placed near your barns. Ah. I just went into the silo. And this was my undoing. Right. New plan. Liquid manure extension tank small. I've got all kinds of ones there. I've got 5,687,000. That oddly specific one, once again. That is 2.6 million. That is 500,000. So 2. Whoa! That's a little bit different to that tiny little pit that we got in the ground. So the pit we got in the ground, we don't actually want that, do we? Let's go and demolish that one. Yep. Very well. Right. Let's try this again. So we want a silo extension because we want to extend what we already have. And that one is an underground one, which is what I was after. But that will extend this functionality here instead of adding a new bit there. So I don't actually need to put this one near that one. Well, I don't need to put it near the road. We don't need to access this one, because it's to do with this one over here. So in theory, if I could put this one down anywhere, and that pipe would be connected up to the main storage unit. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to put it up on this slope, and I'm going to have the pipe facing that way, because what we would do is we would hook up this additional storage tank, we'd run the pipe over for when we would be emptying out. That's kind of how I would figure this out. Like how I would sort of say that this works. So let's drop one down there. I'm going to put another one in. So I'm going to put another one right up against that, and we're going to see if we can get this like right up against. I think we should have the concrete touching, so it's just like one platform of concrete that goes along. I think it's going to work better. So we'll put one there. I'm going to do another one. I'm liking this now. Where I find out in a minute that actually it's all gone horribly wrong. And boom! There we go. Right. So we got 3 of them at the moment. That's 3. We need to have 5. We're going to have 500,000 litres. So let's... that one there, and that one there. Right, well, I clearly didn't put those in straight, did I? As my grandfather used to say, as Wesley used to say, when we do something like that, you spend hours and hours getting... oh, well, that's not quite lined up, is it? Yeah, well, a blind man will be glad to see that. And then... right, well, that'll do then. So, I think that's the excuse that we're going to have to use this time. Apologies if that does sound offensive to anybody, but it's not meant as offensive. It's meant as, you know, humour. Blind man would be glad to see it. It doesn't look that bad from down here. And we're not likely to be floating around up there, and the number of times that we're going to climb up onto that roof are fairly limited. If you look at it from that angle, it's not good. Let's try not to look at it from that angle too many times, and then we'll be fine. I think I'm quite happy with that. We've done some good work here today. We should be pleased. So we've got the slurry extension in, and we've done the stuff with the cattle. So let's head down the hill a minute, and there we go. I want you. Where did I get to down here? It's been a while since... oh, yes, we've got the track that runs down, so that we've sort of got the start of our field, and then we came to here, which is going out into what will become the field, and then I've got the bit over here where I cut down some trees, and I've got the footpath over here, which is kind of outlining where the edge of the field's going to be. So what we want to do is... actually, what I want to do is I want to head on down the hill this way, and I did start doing that as well, didn't I? Because it started to get dark. Now, was there any particular reason that I was leaving that there? I think the particular reason that I was leaving that there was because I was going to build a road down this side, or a road in between, but that was going to be separate. That was the general idea. But what I also want to do is I want to get down to here to get to the corner of the field that we own, which is pretty much where I am now. So let's take out a couple of these. Oops. Let me press Alt twice. There we go. Right. So we'll hack down that one right there. And also we'll whip out this one here. And yeah, that's going to be about it, I think. So we'll also have that one, and then we'll head up the hill. So I think I was leaving these trees in place because they were going to sort of be the boundary between us and the next bit. I think that's why I was heading down here. I genuinely can't remember now. It's been a little while since I did anything here, but we'll chop out a few of these trees here just to give us a bit of open space. And then I want to come down here. So I think it's about here that is the edge of the land, except that I want to be pointing in that direction up through there. So let's have a look, make sure we got that right. It's not far off, you know. I mean, maybe we want to go slightly back that way. So I'm going to go over here. So that tree, technically, I don't think is on our land, but we can chop it down anyway. Because we have the mods now, the mods that let us do such things. And we'll take that one. See, this job is going to take a fair while, even chopping the trees down like this. If we were to go and do it with that tree harvester up there, it would take a ridiculously long amount of time, and that's not something that I want to do. So I just want to sort of try and get a handle on some of these. So let's go back and just double check our farmland. We are still cruising along the edge here in style. So that one. There we go. And, you know, we've got the dog in-game, right? You can put the dog. It doesn't really do a lot, which is why I always never really bother with it. I have used it. We have put the dog in. We've put a little kennel out for him and so on. And we've played with the dog, and we've done, you know, played fetch and fed the dog and so on. But you never see cats in a game. And this makes me sad in ways I can't begin to describe. We need cats in this game. That's what we need. We need farm cats. I mean, who ever heard of a farm and no cats? It's just wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. I'm going to start a petition. I'm absolutely starting a petition. 2 giants. Dear giants, we need farm cats. Farm cats must be a thing. They are a thing on... I don't know that I've ever been on a farm that didn't have cats somewhere. There's always cats on the farm somewhere. Actually, there was one farm I worked on where he didn't have any cats. And it was strange. And he used to complain about the mice. And I used to laugh at him and say, well, that's because you've got no cats. It's entirely your own fault. I don't like them things. I don't like those bloomin' things. Well, then you're going to need to put up with the mouses. Because the cats is good with taking care of the mouses. Will the dog catches mice? Yeah, he might, but he doesn't do it as well as a cat does, clearly, else you wouldn't have so much problem with mice. But that was... well, who am I to argue? Who am I to argue? I was just a lowly employee. Just laugh at him every day. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.